So I want to apply for a Nigerian visa online, but how do I do it? Obviously, that's just me talking because by clicking on this link, you have clearly come to the right place to find out how to apply for a Nigerian visa online. The visa application form is relatively easy and straightforward to complete, so let's get started. First though, I'm going to find and access the Nigerian immigration portal. Now I'm in the portal, in the visa section. I'm just going to select my processing country, which is the United Kingdom, where I am applying from. And on selecting my country, there is an anti-fraud prevention message. Actually, before that, there is a cash prohibition message, which is just saying cash are not accepted at any of their visa application center. I assume this is applicable to everywhere. So if you're being asked to pay in cash anywhere, think twice before you have to make that payment because payments are made online. And then this anti-fraud prevention message is essentially saying if your name and surname does not match the name and surname on your card you're going to pay with, then you cannot make payments unless you register your card. There is also the point that if there are more than one of you applying for visa, then you can use the family card, but only if the person paying is also applying for the visa. And if your surnames do not match, then you will automatically be taken to the card registration page to register. Read it fully to understand it. There will also be the option to go and pay at your local office. I'm not sure if this is available everywhere, but at least for the UK, OIS Services deal with payments. I will link all their information below, and we'll see more of these and the other choices that you have when we get to the payment page. For now, let's start our application. Let's read and acknowledge the biometric visa enrollment application. Go to our form by signing into one of the three options, either your Gmail, OpenID or Yahoo. If you don't have one, you will need one in order to get started. Alright, so we're now on the online form. There are a few steps for us to get through in order to get through to the payment page, make our payment, and then get our visa appointment date. This step is an easy one. It's just for you to enter your name, surname, date of birth, all the information that is written on your passport. You need to put it here. Your email address is already generated for you because you signed into the form using your email address. And that's all you need, and then we can move on to the next page. So this page is a longer version of the previous. I would just re-enter my title and then enter all other information, again based on my passport. If you have a previous nationality, select it, but you will need to show proof. You probably do, not sure about that. Enter your hair and eye color, enter your identification marks. Now, your identification marks are distinct features. So do you have maybe a unique white hair, or you have some birthmark? Ideally, a feature that's not hidden, so you do not want to start pulling your trousers down for anyone to identify your special features, do you? That's completely up to you. If you don't have any unique feature, you can put none in the box because as you can see, it is marked with red asterisk, so you have to fill that box. This is the same for any other place that has the red asterisk. It must be completed. So it includes your height, your permanent address, which for me, since I'm based in the UK, I'll put my UK address, your permanent phone number, your profession, so what you do for work. You will also need your office address, which if you don't have one, you can use your home address by just ticking the box underneath the office address. If you have served in the military, there is a space provided for you. Not sure if this is beneficial or not to your application, but it's there for you to complete. So if you wish to put the information down, sure do. Although it's not compulsory, it doesn't have the red asterisk. Once you've filled all that information, we can click next to go to the following page. Take note here, it says to take 2 passport photographs with you to your visa appointment. Alright, now we are in step 3, we are one step closer. The first half of this page is asking you for your passport information, so your issuing country, passport number and so on, which are all the information on your passport. The second part is asking about the visa, so what type of visa do you want? Which country are you applying from, which is most likely the same as your processing country? Embassy preference, which for me, I only have one choice here, London in the UK. What is my purpose to go to Nigeria? And since I've ticked that I'm visiting, why am I visiting? That's what I want to put in that box. Then, do I want single or multiple entries? If you're flying frequently in a really short space of time, maybe 6 months or longer, I'm not too sure what is the space of time that is needed here. You can always contact your processing office to find out if you are, just in case that you are traveling frequently, then there will be no need going back again to get another visa. Then how much in US dollars are you taking to Nigeria? It needs to be a reasonable amount. Bear in mind that on arrival to Nigeria, you will have to declare your money if it's over a certain amount. I'm not too sure what amount precisely it is, but you do have to declare some amount of money. Then enter how many days you wish to stay. Remember that your money in hand should reflect or should be able to cover how long you intend to stay. Enter your travel date, your mode of travel, unless you are going by ship or by train, which I can't imagine, then it should be by flight. Enter your employer's details if you are going for employment purposes. Then where are you residing in Nigeria? If it's an hotel, then you can provide the accommodation itinerary as proof, or if it's somewhere else, then you can put that on there as well, and then we can click on next to go on to the next step. This page is asking if you've applied and visited Nigeria before. So if you've applied before and you were successful, then put the date you were successful, or even if you were rejected, also put the date. Now, if you were successful and then you went out to visit Nigeria, what dates did you go to visit Nigeria? What address did you stay at? There are 3 spaces for you for each visit. If you have visited Nigeria more than the 3 times that is provided as in the space, then you can put your most recent visits and you can show off when you get to the appointment that you've been to the country way more than that. Click on next when you're through with the page. Now on to step 5. This is the final page before we make payment, and is asking for your travel history. So how long have you lived in the country where you're applying from? So for myself, the UK, how long have I lived there? Do you have any diseases, any narcotic activity, any criminal offense or conviction? Have you ever been deported? Any fraud against you? By the way, this is to understand who you are. So if you are a good person of good behavior, then of course, welcome to Nigeria. But if not, then I wish you good luck. You also need to give a list of countries you have lived in for more than a year, not less than that. There are lots of spaces provided for you to do so. Once you're done completing this page, then you can click on Submit Application. So I've made a couple of mistakes here, like my duration of stay. I also did not specify number of entries into Nigeria. If you find that you're unable to submit, just like myself, due to one mistake or the other, don't worry. At the top, it will tell you where the mistakes are, so you can just go to the specific page and rectify them. Then you can tick to acknowledge that you understand and comply with Nigeria's immigration law and click on Submit Application. Finally, our application is submitted and you can check your email inbox for confirmation. You will need to print this completed form so that you can sign and date the form and take it with you to your appointment. But there is no appointment date yet as we haven't made payment. So let's click to continue and proceed to checkout to go make some payment. On the payment page, you can either choose to start another application to add to this existing one, or you can add another application to this one just by choosing the type of application and then enter the application ID in the box provided and click Add to Cart, and all the applications will be presented in front of you. I will click to proceed to online payment. So you see, I have proceeded and automatically I'm taken to the card registration page. This is because my name and the other name, our surnames do not match. So let me go back and remove that application, then go on to payment. Okay, now that I am an individual, I'm going to pay, and I have 3 options. I can either choose to pay by card, so by Visa or MasterCard. Remember, if your name is different on the card, then you can register the card before you can make any payment. But you could also make a payment at the Visa office by selecting the point of sale here and then going to make payment at the processing office. So for the UK, the OIS office, I have linked their information below this video. And once payment is done, then you will have your appointment date and you will be one step closer to getting a Nigerian visa. So good luck.